Hello everyone. Welcome to this presentation of the Internet Marketing Prime Elements. You should be able to see my screen now. And
Show your
before,
other screen.
pardon?
Show
Damn,
your other screen.
damn it! I always do that. 1 second. Screen 2. How's that? Better?
Better.
Better. Cool. Yes, yes. So Mark's saying yes there. I'm assuming that means you guys can hear me okay. Sound quality is pretty good.
Yep.
Yep.
Sounds good. Bunch of yeses.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Before we get kicked off, I just kind of want to do some review of what this is all about for those of you who are on the line. This is the product or a webinar recording of a product that you guys will be selling. So the presentation of it's going to be kind of weird. It's not going to just be a typical webinar. I want you guys to be participating, answering questions, and all of that sort of stuff, so that we can make this. Well, thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. Sorry. So that we can make this the best possible product. So it's what's called an invisible funnel webinar. So I'm going to be talking about some charges, and I'm going to be telling you to click on buttons at the end of the webinar to have us charge your card and things like that. Don't worry about any of that. We're not going to be billing you guys anything. It's just part of what you guys get. Most of you in the Done For You Mastermind, some of you in my 10X program, or Brenda and Justin's. I think we invited the Ignition people over to that.
Yep.
So you're going to get to sell it. Anybody in the Done For You Mastermind or my 10X thing, this will be a product in your marketing funnel, an upsell product that you'll be selling for $97 with a results in advance thing that we'll show you as we get into it. And then there's some other stuff that we'll talk about at the end with the coaching program that many of you are aware of. I've already started to participate in. So this is us redoing the introduction, what's known as an invisible funnel webinar. And then next week we'll start the coaching back up, and we'll see some of you in Salt Lake City at our event next week. And then we'll wrap up the 4 coaching calls over the coming weeks after that. So any questions before we get started? No, apparently not. Cool. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and get started then. Justin, anything before we start on your end?
No, sir. We are good to go.
Okay. All right. So let's click over here. And okay, so the recording's going. This is going to be recorded in you guys' members area that you're getting through us. So you'll have access to watch this yourself later. Recording, we'll post it in the group, and also in your members area of the products that you guys are selling to your people through your funnel. So here it goes. Have you been dreaming of having a successful online business? One that has consistently brings in $5,000 to even $10,000 or more per month? Are you ready to stop spinning your wheels and start enjoying the lifestyle freedom that you keep hearing about? Yet, despite your best intentions, your goal always seems to be just out of reach. Does it seem like no matter how many books you read, videos you watch, or questions you ask, you still can't figure it all out? And now, possibly sitting here watching this recording or on this webinar, you may be right at the end of your rope. Maybe you're ready to give up on all this internet marketing stuff. Well, frankly, I'm not surprised. The truth is, learning everything that needs to be done to make consistent money on the internet pretty much is impossible to do on your own. There's just way too much to do and to learn. Believe me, we know. Not long ago, we were in the same situation that you're likely in today. Dreaming of working for ourselves and having to worry and not having to worry about money anymore, but still feeling like we were stuck at square one. Just like you, we wondered, what magic do the gurus possess that normal people don't? Well, how about it? Would you like to know that? And again, I want this to be, I want you guys to participate. I want you to be answering and helping out with this. So when I ask questions like this, feel free to post your answers in the question field. And most likely there will be some kind of link to where you can comment if you're watching this before, or rather after watching the recording in the members area. So feel free to, again, the more you participate, the more you'll get out of this in the long run. So how does that sound? Does it sound like you'd like to know what the magic is that some of us who have figured this out and made a bunch of money online? I agree. Bring it on. Awesome, guys. I appreciate the participation. Would you like to know the prime elements, as we call them, that every industry leader I know has implemented into their business? Which, if you implement them properly, will always result in 10 times more traffic, leads, and sales, of course, translating into cash and additional success. What if I told you that you could implement these prime elements and you can 10 times your results without spending a single penny more on advertising than you're spending right now? Does that sound like something that is cool? Sounds too good to be true. Yeah, I can understand that, because generally speaking, with most other trainings, they may promise that, but they can't deliver. But by the end of this webinar, you'll see exactly how this is true. Or if you're doing free advertising, right? What we call free, that's where you're spending time instead of spending money. It will take you zero extra effort, zero extra time once you've implemented these prime elements. How about if I told you that you can implement them in less time than you'll be spending either on this webinar or watching the recording tonight? Does that sound like something that is exciting to you? That's right. You'll be able to 10x your traffic, leads, and sales with zero extra advertising costs, zero extra time spent on free marketing, and only 1 to 2 hours of work to implement it all. Doesn't that sound exciting? Absolutely, absolutely. Amen. Great. Again, I love the participation, you guys. This is what we're here for tonight. We're going to be teaching this to you as we move forward. Before we get into that, I need to warn you. Most of the other gurus in the industry, I've talked with Brenda and Justin about this, and their mission coming together, focusing on results, and all of that was part of what I'm talking about here. Where most of the other gurus in the industry are going to be pretty upset with me. With us for showing you guys this. Now, why would that be? Real quick, I just want to illustrate for you real quick why would the other gurus be upset with us showing you this stuff tonight? And the main reason really is they want to sell you more stuff, right? If they actually showed you the type of stuff that we're going to be showing you tonight, they actually showed you how to do it, then you wouldn't need them anymore. Right? You're not going to buy the next product that they're going to roll out next month, right? This month they're sending you something they say that's going to change your marketing thing, and it's the missing link and the missing piece to growing your business. And then next month, what do you know? They find another missing piece, and you know, more savvy copywriting, and you just keep buying one product after another, never actually getting the real secret. So if I come out and expose their secrets, if I expose the elements, if I expose the things that they're doing, you can see how that might be upsetting to them, because now you're actually going to start to get results and find the success that you're looking for. So that's really why we're here. Now, a couple house cleaning items. This is what we call a results in advance type webinar, okay? This is us giving you access to this webinar for free, as you saw when you elected to take the offer on the sales funnel. Right? We told you we wouldn't bill you another penny until after you've been able to consume and watch the recording or get on the webinar with us, okay? So you won't be paying a penny for this webinar unless you're absolutely blown away. That's our promise. That's our commitment to you. You will be blown away, so make sure to stick around till the end. And then and only then will you get to decide that it's worth the $97 price tag that we're doing it. We believe in results. We want you to see exactly what we're teaching, be able to see how it's going to fit into your business before you ever pay us a single penny. Now, a couple of bonuses, whether you do feel like this was worth your time and worth the $97 or not, at the end of the webinar, I'm going to give you a couple of bonuses just for sticking around, just for spending the time with us. You're going to get access to a presentation that I did at an event where I revealed how I made over $180,000 in 22 days. And did some crazy stuff on stage that really can shift some things in your thinking. Some of you on the call tonight, I know, were there, saw that presentation. Pretty powerful stuff. Additionally, I got another training that I did at a $5,000 mastermind, again, that some of you were at, who were on the call live with us tonight. And the two of those combined are easily worth $1,000 for you just to stick around with us till the end. So does that sound like something worth spend some time tonight learning some cool stuff, whether live or watching the recording, and get those bonuses either way. Bonuses before you pay. That's right, Carolyn. Absolutely. We'll see. Fantastic. Okay, quick introduction. We're not going to spend a lot of time because we got a lot of stuff to cover, but I just wanted to quickly introduce myself and then give Justin Glover a chance to introduce himself. And I know Brenda's planning on joining us. I don't know if she's made it here yet. She had another engagement that she had to take care of. So I think, Justin, maybe we'll let you just do a quick intro of you and Brenda, and she can chime in when she does make it onto the call. So real quick, my name's Kimball Roundy. I've been successfully marketing on the internet, building software and systems and doing training since 2005. Generated a little bit over 800,000 leads and affiliates who have been marketing my stuff on the internet. Created some of the most viral, powerful marketing systems and softwares and tools over the last few years, and I've made millions of dollars on the internet. I started out struggling, just like many of you are. Like I said a minute ago, trying one thing after another before I finally stumbled onto somebody who taught me some things that were similar to what we're going to be teaching you tonight. We've kind of added our own secret sauce to it. So that's a little bit more about me. Not a lot to learn. If you want to spend some time getting to know me a little bit more, make sure to watch those bonus videos we're going to give you at the end of the webinar. It'll tell you all about who I am and what I've been up to. So Justin, real quick, go ahead and tell the folks about you and Brenda and what you guys are up to with Results 513.
Sure thing. So, all right, my name is Justin Glover. I am from Central Arkansas. Have a beautiful wife and new daughter. And what we have today is a culmination of the last two years of really building and planning with the company that Brenda and I co-own now. So I started off working 3 jobs. I was working 100 hours a week. Didn't want to do that anymore. I got tired of it. So I went to the internet to try to figure out how to make money online, and I consumed products. I blew through all of my money. Went to an event, spent a ridiculous amount of money on a 1-hour coaching session with somebody that had already made $1 million online, and asked him to teach me how to do it. And what I walked away from essentially led to $100,000 plus worth of sales in about 90 days. And at that point, I went full-time. That was January of 2009. I went full-time in my business. I've made 100% of my income online ever since. There's been ups and downs. I recently built 2 companies to the $1 million mark, and I met Brenda, I think about 2 years ago, at a mastermind event, a live mastermind event where we were both top affiliates in a contest. We ended up meeting, talking, and I noticed that her conversation was a little bit different than other people. We weren't necessarily, we were the only 2 that I could see that were really worried and wondering, how can we fix this problem of not everybody getting results? So that conversation led to many other conversations, which led to us building a program and creating a company all around the concept of helping people get results. So I can't really tell Brenda's story, but there's plenty of other things, and we'll be sure to include, and she can maybe chime in here in a little bit when she gets here. And yeah, we met. We created a company called Results 513, and we are just getting started. We've had some tremendous growth. It's an amazing community, and we're just now getting started. So definitely excited about the future.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, so this is kind of a product that we've put together, kind of a joint venture with what they're doing, what we're doing, and we're excited about it. We've got some really unique stuff, unique ideas that we're going to be going over tonight. So we'll go ahead and do a quick. Let's see. Something is going on with my presentation. Hold on. All right. So we're going to do a quick disclaimer, okay? Some of the results, some of the things we're going to be talking about that we may bring up today, income things that we're talking about, our results aren't typical. And I would give the biggest reason for that is we are not the typical people. We actually take action on the stuff that we learn. We go out there, we've busted our butt, we've put tons of time and effort into learning this business. And though the things that we're going to be teaching you can dramatically shorten your learning curve, it is going to take you some time, some trial, some error, and actually implementing these prime elements that we're going to teach you if you want to experience the type of results that we have, right? So the shocking confession, we know some stuff that you don't know. We know how to do some things that you don't know how to do. We have some experiences that you probably haven't had. So we're going to do our best today to deliver the prime elements, the secrets to you, but what it really boils down to is you taking action. So is this for you? Are you a network marketer, affiliate marketer, info product marketer, speaker, author, coach, or what I would consider a wannabe, right? Are you doing one of these things, trying to grow a business on the internet, following one of these things? Then yes, this is going to be perfect for you. What this is not a get-rich-quick scheme, but that little but there means what we're going to be teaching you can show you how to dramatically increase the results that you're having, so you just might get rich quick, right? I'd much rather get rich quick than slow, but this isn't a scheme that's going to help you take advantage of people or do anything like that, okay? This is not for people who are not ready to take action. Okay, if you're just constantly spinning your wheels and buying one product after another and never do anything with it, this isn't going to help you. You might as well just hop off the call or close the window or whatever right now. It's okay if you haven't taken action yet, but the stuff that we're going to be teaching you is stuff that you can implement, stuff that you can take action on, and if you do take action, you're going to see some results in your business. This is not for people who sell what I would call knickknacks, right? If you're selling junk on eBay, not junk, okay, you're selling some good stuff on eBay, you know, snow blowers and whatever else you might be selling on eBay. That's not what this is about. This is more for info product marketers, etc. Then also, you know, going up to the second point, perpetual information gathering mode. If you're constantly just buying the next shiny object but not doing anything, this ain't going to help you much. A couple expectations. Our goal is to be done in 90 minutes. Now, some of you know me, have been on webinars with me before. I tend to be a little bit long-winded, but this presentation will hopefully keep me on track and we can actually hit that time. I know it's late for many of you, and we just, you know, we don't want to have a ton of time on here. So our goal is to deliver the content in a concise manner. But, you know, it could be 60 to 90 minutes or maybe a little bit more. So bear with us and know that this is your choice to be on this call. If you like the content, if you like the stuff, then stick with us, and I think you'll enjoy it. Eliminate distractions. Duct tape your kids to the wall if you need to. I've got the door locked behind me, so my kids are running around the house, but not in here. I suggest you do the same thing, right? Eliminate distractions. Close down Facebook. Put your phone off to the side on silent. Really pay attention, because the stuff we're going to be going through can really help you. Take some notes, and then we're going to have a quiz or a Q&A at the end. If you have any questions, we can go through some of that. Okay, so are you ready to learn the prime elements that every industry leader that I know has implemented into their business? Question? Yes, Bueller, absolutely, fantastic. All right, so what are the prime elements? When I say the internet marketing prime elements, what does that mean? So I went to the good old dictionary and I looked up the word prime. And all of the different definitions of it fit perfectly with what I'm looking at. But, so basically of the first or most important or main, best possible quality, an excellent, and a state of time or greatest strength, vigor, success in a person's life. That's the definitions of the word prime. Now, elements stem from the Latin elementum and the Greek something, stoic, something, which I can't even pronounce. Those mean principles or steps or components or parts, okay? So when I say prime elements, what I'm looking at is the most important principles, steps, components, or parts. Okay, now here's an example of what's known as the periodic table of the elements. So if you ever took a chemistry class in high school or college, you'll likely recognize this. This is essentially the map or the way to map out and bring some order to everything that exists, right? Every speck of dirt, every molecule of air or gas or whatever's floating around in the atmosphere, they're all broken down and laid out in this table as a way for you to kind of organize them and use them in your scientific methods and et cetera, if you're a scientist. But just understanding that kind of where we're coming from, and we're going to show you some cool stuff. But this is an example of the table of the elements or whatever. So some of the prime elements in the natural world, I would consider hydrogen, oxygen, and carbon, right? These are things that support the basics of life. Without these three things, and there's others that are crucial as well, but no one can argue that probably the most important thing for you right now at this very minute is to be able to keep breathing, right? To have some oxygen, O2, going into your lungs, keeping you alive. Likewise, on a daily basis, you need to be drinking lots of water. So you got H2O there on the left, and carbon dioxide is plant food. It's what plants eat. So without CO2 in our atmosphere, we wouldn't have plants to consume the CO2 to make us oxygen, etc. And then ozone, the one on the bottom there, is O3. That's the shield that's in our atmosphere that blocks all the harmful radiation from the sun. So these are kind of some quick examples of how the prime elements work together to sustain the life on our planet, right? In addition, we've got the opposite of that. So you've got hydrogen, and if you mixed hydrogen with chlorine instead of oxygen, then you get hydrochloric acid. Or if you do carbon monoxide, only one oxygen molecule linked to a carbon molecule, then you get carbon monoxide. Both of those things, one of them, if you breathe carbon monoxide instead of oxygen, you will die. If you, drink hydrochloric acid instead of drinking water, you'll die. Right? So if you mix up these elements and you get them wrong, or you bond on the wrong things, then it can be deadly to your life. We're talking about the real elements, and to your business when we're talking about the internet marketing prime elements. So what I call internet marketing prime elements, right, are the most important, crucial principles, steps, components, and parts of a successful internet marketing business. Okay. Now you'll see here what I refer to as the periodic table of internet marketing elements. Okay, just like the periodic table that I just showed you, you can break down pretty much every component, every part of an internet marketing business, or the things, the negative elements that are floating around out there that can kill an internet marketing business. And we're going to kind of fly through this and go through some examples of this stuff. But this is how I've laid out all of the individual parts. And I don't know if you can see my cursor on here, but this is some of the crucial stuff up here at the top. If you look at these, you got the mindset stuff. So the green stuff over here is producer mindset, what we call a producer mindset. We're going to go through some of that in a minute. Producer products versus the consumer mindset, consumer products, and then the blue are the basic elements, technology pieces, websites, etc., that you need to run a business. And then traffic. Of course, your business dies if you don't have a traffic source to it. So this is kind of breaking out the basics of what it takes to build a successful, big, stable, long-term internet business. And this is my way of showing that. What do you guys think about that? Does that look pretty cool? Some of you have seen it on Facebook. I posted the image a few minutes ago to our Facebook group, but look like something cool. I know, Justin, you mentioned you thought this could be a pretty cool lead magnet in the future. So I think we'll create a nice funnel that sells this or gives this away, and has some cool training with it. But I don't know. I think it turned out pretty cool. It makes a lot of sense. Once you see how we break it down in the next few slides, it's going to make more sense. But
Yeah, dude, this is the first time I've seen it with the color. I love it. Looks good.
Cool. Yeah, I absolutely like it. Love this. You went so deep with this. Fantastic. Thanks, everybody. Again, I love your participation. So I'm gonna just kind of continue on here. So what I consider the prime elements. Okay, we're gonna get into this, but the gist of it is just like, let me back up a little bit to show you some of this stuff, but just like you're bringing together kind of the oxygen, so O2 and H2O for water, etc. You're bringing different elements together to form the molecules and the substances that we need to live, and you're not wanting to bring those things together that will be harmful for us. Just a quick example on here. You can do something. What does it take to make money on the internet? Just real quick. If I had to say, what would it take at the very minimum to make money on the internet? Something to sell and someone to sell it to. Right, Sandy? Traffic. So you got to have something to sell, some kind of technology to sell it on, whether it's your own or something else, and somebody to sell it to. So for example, if you were to take info products, somebody's info product, maybe it's Justin's Results 513 or so, or this Internet Marketing Prime Elements. So you take our info product, which is an element here, IP element number 13, and you go do some free social media. Those two elements bonded together can make you money, right? And the more pieces that you bond in together, the more parts of the elements that you control, the more of the abundance mindset and the producer mindset elements that you bring to your business, and keeping out all of the negative mindset element stuff, the consumer condition type stuff, the more you piece together great elements, the more stable, the more successful theoretically your business should be. And that, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do them all yourself, but you do need to have capture pages and sales pages and a shopping cart and merchant accounts and merchant gateways and all of these things here, not necessarily your own. You can have those all taken care of for you by Justin and Brenda, for example, or some of the stuff that I do. And so it's kind of just a quick overview of what I mean by these elements. You're taking pieces of some mindset stuff, you're putting it in with a coaching program, maybe you upsell someone to the event, or maybe you're a network marketer or indirect sales, and you just need your MLM business and your friends and family down here on the bottom right, and you can absolutely make money with it. And the more of an abundance mindset and the more principle driven you are, and the more you act like a hero in your business, all of these components locked in with your MLM and talking to your friends and family, you're going to be more and more successful, etc. So that's a quick overview. So what I've done with the Internet Marketing Prime Elements, or what I'm calling the Prime Elements, are those crucial things that you need to do, those crucial elements that you need to bring together, and kind of the phases and the things that you go through, and what I would consider kind of a progression through bolting on and bringing different elements into your business, broken out into a couple of different things, right? 4 different sections, if you will. The first one is the mindset stuff. It's 2 paradigms, okay? We're going to get into each one of those more in depth here pretty soon. The second is the 3 phases of progression, as we call them. The the third one, or what we call the 5 pillars of product value. And the 7th one kind of brings them all together. It's kind of the action steps, and it takes the 7 steps to 6 figures. So we used prime numbers because they just fit perfectly with what we're doing. So you got the prime elements here. Basically, we're going to show you how, based on the periodic table of the elements, of the internet marketing elements, that is how you progress through these different things. So to start things off, we're going to talk about the 2 paradigms. Now, my definition of a paradigm is how you view the world, okay? It's what's the underlying motivation for you to take or not take action. It's kind of your belief system, or yeah, I mean, that's really what it boils down to, is you view the world, one thing could happen to me, the same thing could happen to you, and we both could take it and learn something completely different from it, and one of us could let it destroy us, the other one, it could be like one of us drinking or breathing oxygen or drinking water versus the other one lets it poison the experience, poisons them, they don't grow from it, etc. So really it depends on where your paradigm is at. And the paradigm, the mindset stuff, I would put right up there with oxygen. Okay, if you don't have a way to figure out how to get your mind right before you try and do this marketing stuff, if you're not thinking in abundance, if you're not thinking positively, if you're not focused on value creation and you're constantly trying to just figure out how to make money and scam people or whatever, then you're going to kill your business. It would just be like drinking hydrochloric acid, or rather breathing carbon monoxide to make sense with this example. So the 2 paradigms is like oxygen in your business. And the 2 paradigms that we have identified and, or I guess you could say borrowed from something that I've, a program or a community that I was involved with called the Producer Revolution, that I had heard about back in 2006, 2007, who was, this revolution, as they call it, was integral in turning my entire life around, helping me to become what they call a producer and think like a producer instead of thinking like a consumer. And we're going to go into it a little bit more, but we call the 2 different paradigms the producer paradigm and the consumer condition. Okay, now to give you just a quick overview of the difference between the producer paradigm and the consumer condition, we're going to come back here to the periodic table. Okay, now the paradigm stuff is this stuff, these top 2 rows up here on the left and on the right. On the left, you've got the producer paradigm elements, and on the right, you got the consumer condition elements. Now, to show you, they kind of are opposites, if you will. So the first and most primary element we're calling liberty, okay? And you know, you can call it freedom, you can call it whatever you want, but the word that we like to use is liberty, and liberty to us means essentially embracing everybody's free agency, everybody's choice, no deception, no coercion, right? In a marketing business, the way that you're successful is you create good, high-valued products, and you don't scam or lie or cheat or steal. You just provide great stuff and continue to provide great stuff and use the right types of technology, but always understanding that you're never going to be deceptive in your marketing. You're never going to take away someone else's liberty by lying to them or trying to force them. The consumer condition side is what we're referring to as force. That is in the basics and the highest level. You use deception, you use coercion, you use different things in your marketing that are flat out taking people's choice away from them. Right? If I had all of the truth in front of me, I can make a proper choice. If there's a bunch of lies spewed in there, false marketing or false advertising or whatever, if you're doing deceptive things in your marketing, that will kill your business eventually. You may make some money. I put them on here because people do them, and there is money to be made. You can do these things to make money in the short term generally, but in the long term, you're always going to be worse off trying to do one of these consumer condition things on the right. First principle, again, liberty, abundance. So having an abundance mindset, there's more than enough, right? There's plenty of innovation that you can do, and information, and figuring out different ways to bolt on different elements, and you figure out a formula of different elements coming together that works better for you. You can turn around and sell that. So thinking in abundance, thinking that there's always enough, versus over here on this side again you've got scarcity, right? You think that that value is in things, right? So if you're in scarcity, you're thinking that there's only so many things and the value is in things, versus an abundant person, abundant mindset, realize that people are assets. So people have value, that dollars follow value, instead of the only way that you can make money is to scam people, right? You're a hero. No matter what happens to you, negative, positive, whatever it is, you're facing it like a hero. You're figuring out what you can learn from it and how it can make you better, versus being victimized by everything, being victimized by circumstances, being victimized by your bank account, being victimized by your Facebook ad not working, or your solo ad not making you money, or whatever. You can choose to be a victim and give up, or say woe is me, or you can figure out how to fix it and figure out how to do better next time, etc. Focusing on principles and realizing that there are specific things and specific elements and specific principles to follow that lead to success, versus people getting lucky. If you think that success is a result of luck, then chances are you're thinking in a consumer mindset, in the consumer condition. So that's an example or an explanation of the two paradigms and the elements that go together to create those two paradigms, okay? Then down here, this other green stuff is kind of what I would consider producer level products, very high value things that you can sell, versus the consumer stuff, the Ponzi schemes, the pyramid schemes, the high yield investment programs or money games, whether you're doing the lottery or online gambling or just flat out frauding people. There's the two sides of the products as well. So the three phases of progression is the next part. So we just went through the two paradigms. You have to make a choice. Whether you want to be a producer, or you're going to be a consumer. Are you going to focus on value and people and creating value for other people? Or are you going to focus on scamming other people and being a victim and feeling like the only way you can get ahead is to take advantage of other people? Well, the three phases of progression, once you've decided to be a producer in your business, once you've decided to be successful, this one I would put right up there with water, right? The other one, your mindset stuff, is most crucial, is most important. It's like air. You can only survive for a few minutes, and your business can only survive a short period of time if you make any money at all, with a consumer mindset or consumer things plaguing you or holding you back. And just like that, the next thing that's the most important or most prime, right up there with water. You can only live a day or two without having a water supply of some sort or another before you die. Same thing here with the three phases of progression. So a quick definition again: a phase is a distinct period or stage, a process of change forming part of something, of something's development. So it's a step or a stage in a process. And then progression is a movement or development toward a destination or a more advanced state. So phases of progression, as I want to put them, is the exact three stages of a process of creating a more advanced and successful business, right? These are the stages that you're going to go through. And we break them down. They're quite simple, right? Learn, do, teach. You got to learn something. Once you know it and you've internalized it, you got to go out and do it. And then you add your own secret sauce and you create your own product. So learn, do, teach, or learn, do, create, as we say here. And that's the simple process if you go through those different things. And there's multiple steps and multiple parts of each of those, but that is the basic phases or parts of progression. So the learn part, you're going to find a mentor, right? You're going to find somebody who knows something that is a marketable skill that they can teach you, right? You don't know what you don't know, and until you learn something, you got nothing to do, and ultimately in the long term, nothing to create value and grow your business. So learn a high value, duplicatable, and what I would call a marketable skill, right? Don't just learn, some random thing, but something that you know in the future you're going to be able to turn around and utilize that skill to market and utilize that skill to be teaching people and selling your secret sauce with that skill. Okay? Some examples of this. Finding a mentor would be going out and buying someone else's info product. You're buying it off of their website. Like Justin said he did, and like I have done, paid lots of money to get into mastermind coaching. Maybe you go to events, right? Maybe you're using people's systems or taking people up on services, etc. But the point is to go out, find a mentor, and buy their stuff, pay them very well for it, as Justin and Brenda have done, as I have done, and as they've offered, and I've been offering. Many of you have taken us up on this. Just like the very fact that you're on this is you're learning from us about this periodic table and about these prime elements. So that's an example of how to find a mentor or the elements that come into it. These are not just elements of things that you can sell, but they're also things that you can learn. So if you spend your time learning some high value info products, or you go through some coaching with somebody who's a producer and in the right frame of mind, or you can come over here and spend your time trying to figure out how to build your own Ponzi scheme or put together a pyramid or get into high yield investment products and scams and things like that, focus on money games. You can go either way and you can learn from either side of this, but this green stuff over here instead of the red stuff over there is always going to be a more productive choice for you in the long run. Phase number 2 is to do. Now that you've learned a skill through someone's info product or coaching program or at a live event or something like that, it's time to take some action, right? You're going to do what they taught you to do, right? So let's say that your info product is teaching you how to do free video marketing or paid video marketing or cost per lead or cost per action or solo ads or something. That type of skill is what you then want to go and do, right? So you do what this training or what this coaching has taught you to do. And generally speaking, in this phase, as you're getting started, you want to earn while you learn, selling their products, so your guru's product, assuming they have an affiliate program, an affiliate software setup, right? Again, coming back here, assuming they have the AMS element number 49 or some kind of system, technology package or something like that in place for you, then you utilize those elements that they have put in place and you earn while you learn selling their stuff. So if you're getting value out of it, you get your affiliate link from them, you take action on what they taught you, and you make some money in phase number 2 by doing what they're teaching you. Okay? Again, I just kind of reviewed that with you, how you can do that, learning from them. So you take an info product that they're teaching, that's teaching you solo ads, something Justin and Brenda have been really good at in the past. You're using their affiliate management system. You put those 3 elements together, guess what? You can go out there, you can make some good money, you can start to build your story, you can start to have success, so that once you have had the success and you start to get some duplicatable results coming in, guess what? Now you're ready to move on to creating your own stuff, right? So what you're going to do throughout that process, and as you're out there, looking up finding solo ads or mastering Facebook or YouTube or any other type of marketing skill that you've been taught by your mentor, you're going to discover your own secret sauce, right? You're going to figure out, to get back to the idea of the elements, you're going to figure out how to piece on another piece, right? So maybe you learn free video or paid video from your trainer, and Then you realize, well, I can use these videos or whatever to do the opposite. So I learn free. Well, what if I figure out how to do paid as well? You can take a product that teaches free video stuff that you've been learning as you've gone along, and a bonus, you're going to also throw on the secret sauce of how to do similar stuff and expand your results with paid video. It can be that easy to take something that your guru is teaching you, add in your secret sauce or your own elements, piecing on your own elements, creating your own compounds, your own success formulas in order to create your own product, teaching your improved skill, your improved secrets, the stuff that you've learned along your path, okay? And then you're going to change the traffic. Instead of sending it to the affiliate links you've been sending it to, you put together your own technology pieces, you get the stuff in place that you need to make it your own, and then you send that traffic to your own offer. And then in phase 3, you rinse and repeat. Continue to create new products, continue to learn new skills, create software programs, create coaching programs. Maybe you get all the way to the point where you're doing your own events and masterminds and things like that. But the more value you can continue to provide to the marketplace in this create process, the more money that you're going to make long term. And again, some of the elements that you're going to need, at the most basic level, you could just have a simple HTML site like I did when I first got started. Somebody handed me a page. It was simple HTML. I put a form on there. I made my own capture page. I put a PayPal button on there, and I started marketing, right? Or you could go to a software as a service, some type of Infusionsoft or ClickBank or somewhere else that can do it. You can do a combination of a WordPress, simple WordPress site, or some kind of capture page type services. The elements you're going to need is a capture page generally, a sales page. That sales page can include a shopping cart, which can be linked to a merchant account, which goes through a merchant gateway, then some kind of membership site or email software that you utilize to deliver it. So you can see laid out here what you're going to be doing is you're going to be learning from that mentor and learning through the process exactly which elements you're going to need at the basic level to really get your first product started off, right? And kicked off. So the 3 phases of progression, once you've successfully completed stage 3, you'll be generating 10 times more traffic, leads, and sales with 0 extra money or time spent on marketing. And I could get into it. I could go on and on. I've got a presentation that I could spend 3 hours explaining to you why having your own products makes you more money. But the high level explanation is you get to keep all the money instead of only earning a percentage from the affiliate commission, and you get the money instantly so you can continue to spend it more and more over and over again on advertising, being able to spend the same advertising budget as many as 10 times because you're getting the money back in days instead of a month. If you spend $100 on advertising today, if you're marketing somebody else's product, that $100 is going to come back to you hopefully in commissions in 30 days. If you spend $100 marketing your own stuff, get the same conversions, you're going to have that $100 back in 3 days. And you get to spend it again and have it back in 3 days. Spend it again, have it back in 3 days, again through your own merchant account. And that's what allows you to really scale your business and get 10 times more traffic, 10 times more leads, 10 times more sales by getting through that 3rd phase of progression where you're creating and marketing your own products. Okay? Now, the 5 pillars of product value is the next one, right? And I would consider these kind of the more complex molecules or more complex things, right? You got your air, you've got your water. Well, then you need your food, right? The next thing that you need in this physical world is you got to have something to eat, right? So you got the 5 pillars of product value. I would sort of line up with proteins, carbs, and fats. You can see the molecules and the substances get to be more complex as you go through this. Just like as you go through the different pillars of product value, you're going to be bolting on different internet marketing elements, just like you see multiple things bolted on here. And the better you get at finding and streamlining how to put together the right elements, the more you're going to be successful. So the 5 pillars of product value has a as a quick example, or the way I like to explain it, is like pillars underneath or legs of a table, right? You can see here on the top left, that's a table. It's stable, right? You can have one of the pillars of product value. You can have a simple info product and go out there and market it and make some money. But in the long run, if you only have one thing and you've only got one type of product and it's only very small, simple front-end value, it's not a very stable table, right? It's not a very stable foundation of your business. If you add a second leg and you got two legs underneath your table, it adds a little bit more stability. So that's another level. I'll show you what the pillars of product value are, but you can understand the analogy that the more legs you get under your table, and the table being an analogy of your business, the more stable it is, the more long-term success that you're going to have. And which one of these, for example, with this fifth pillar underneath in the middle, which one of these are you going to feel the most comfortable standing up on or putting a lot of stress and a lot of weight on, right? Obviously, the super sturdy one with the 5 big, thick legs underneath it is going to be way more stable than this glass table with one pillar, one leg underneath it. So that's an example of what I mean by the 5 pillars and how you can kind of visualize what that means, right? So pillar number 1, right? This is the first leg that you can do, a simple thing that you can do underneath, in your business, is to teach what to do, right? As soon as you know what it takes to build a successful business, you are qualified to teach it, right? You have valuable knowledge that others need to learn. And what I would say is you don't actually need to have actually done it yet, right? You can take and teach the principles that we're teaching you in this internet marketing prime elements, and before you've ever made a single penny or generated a single lead online, there's still value in what you're learning here. And if you could figure out how to put it together and teach it, then you could sell it. And you could have a valuable skill that could be the first pillar of product value. So I like to say it's the first pillar is what, right? It's teach what to do. You don't have to teach that you've done it. You don't have to say you've done it, but it's simply, I like to explain this like a map, right? If I've got a map and Justin lives in Arkansas and he sends me a map saying, hey, here's exactly how to get to Arkansas. And it's a Google Maps that shows me step-by-step directions, turn here and then go 70 miles and then turn here and go 70 miles and turn there and then another 100 miles, etc. And if I follow that map that Justin sends me, I'm going to make it to his house in Arkansas, right? Well, if I turn and tell my wife, I'm reading off the map and I'm telling my wife where to turn, is the value of what's on that map and the directions and the how to get to Arkansas any less valuable coming out of my mouth than it was coming directly from Justin? No. Even though I've never been to Arkansas, I still know how to get to Arkansas, and that information is just as valuable coming from me to my wife as it is coming from Justin to me, or Justin directly to my wife, right? So that's what I mean by teach what to do, and how you can start teaching what it takes as soon as you've learned it. You don't actually have to be successful making millions on the internet. You have valuable information that has tangible value that people would be willing to pay for because you're showing them what it takes, what to do to make money on the internet, right? You're going to teach what your mentor is teaching you, and then you can refer people to your mentor's product for more details and earn affiliate commissions for doing so. So that would kind of be the first part of the first pillar, is still just affiliate commission. So you can, for example, you're going to be taking this presentation, you're going to be taking these prime elements, you go post the prime elements periodic table on Facebook with your affiliate link under it. You're teaching, you're sharing with people what it takes, being the prime elements, and you're making some money through affiliate commissions, right? So that's one thing. Another pillar of product value, kind of the second inside of that, is to teach what to do with your own front-end product. So you create your own front-end information product that teaches what you learned from your mentor. So you're creating your own secret sauce or your own special way to teach these elements, right? The prime elements, that's just our unique way of explaining it. It's general marketing principles and technology principles, and it's the same whether you call them elements and put them on a periodic table or whether you put them in a simple step-by-step guide, the 24 things you need, blah, 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 right? So you take what we're teaching, you put your own spin on it, your own secret sauce on it, and as you learn more and you do more and you have more success, then the value that you have to offer increases in the secret sauce, etc. So this is something like an ebook or a training video or some kind of simple front-end product that you maybe can sell for $27 to $97, right? So the first pillar I would consider kind of your front-end sale, your front-end product. And again, looking at this, something like a simple info product, right? Or maybe it's your MLM if you're doing that. I mean, people do surveys or get white label products and other things like that. And you can find some done for you stuff. We've offered some done for you stuff for people to be able, for example, some people are able to sell this presentation, and as you've seen from the person who invited you to this, they're making money by selling this. So that would be an example of a white label product that you can get. So you can white label an info product or whatever, right? So basically what we're talking about for the most part in this industry, simple info product on the front end, or I've made $37 software programs, etc. Simple front end stuff, some good value, teaching what to do. And making 27, 37, 97, some kind of lower front end product, right? Pillar number 2 is to teach how to do it, right? Once you've done it and you have the process in place, you'll be able to duplicate your success, right? So you can have duplicatable success over and over. Then you're qualified to teach how to do it. So this would be kind of like, once I've driven to Arkansas, then I can turn around and I can say, hey, here's a map. Now, by the way, there's road construction here or there, and I've experienced the process of getting from here to Arkansas, and that allows me to now give them more value because I've experienced the process and I can help them see how to execute, right? So it's one thing to teach what to do, right? There's simple, here's the steps, here's what you need to do to make money on the internet. It's a whole nother value proposition to give them a higher level product, right? This is an upsell, mid-level upsell, or some kind of what's working now type membership website or whatever. So maybe you're, instead of a one-time 97, you're doing a monthly. We'll continue to show you how every single month. We're going to do webinars, we're going to do whatever, a special ebook, a special manual, special video, whatever it is, once a month, twice a month, 4 times a month, whatever you want to do for $97 a month. Or it's a higher level, $300 to $497 one time. So I've had products that were mid-level products like this that gave more information on how to do stuff instead of just what to do, and it was $97 a month, or a one-time $497, for example. This is kind of a more in-depth course, right? Full course, multiple videos, audios, manuals, ebooks, a lot more value, a lot more content, more virtual hand-holding, not actual hand-holding, but a lot more information to go into it, right? So you're talking about audios, manuals, ebooks, etc. Like I said, a monthly membership could be something like what's working now. Facebook changes every single week, so you could have a front-end info product that talks some basic stuff about how to use Facebook. You got an upsell product to $97 a month where we're going to keep you up to date on all of the changes Facebook makes to their algorithm and their ad approval processes, etc., etc. And you could have a membership site that's based solely on what is working for you, what new stuff have you learned every single month, right? If you have an affiliate program in there, it will give you the ability to earn more money and provide more value for them, and them the ability to earn while they learn, etc. And your product offering will grow. So that's another option, something that you could add to that. Again, a periodic table here, that would be like a coaching, or not necessarily coaching, but just kind of a higher level info product, generally speaking, or a more advanced software that does some things, makes their life easier, or kind of some kind of monthly membership or a system or something like that. That's what I mean by kind of a mid-level. This isn't something where you're going to give a ton of your personal time to individual people. It's more of a mass sellable product that doesn't take a lot of your time, and you can charge more for it because there's more value. That's the second pillar of product value, making your table more stable because you're adding more and more value, right? Every one of these legs is just more value that you're adding underneath that table, right? The next one, right? So you have what to do, right? Then you have how to do it, a little bit more in depth, and do it with them is the next level, right? People always want to pay, they'll always gladly pay more for a little bit extra hand holding, right? Once you've mastered your skill and you can start doing more personal or group coaching, etc. So your time will start to become more scarce, and you can start to charge more, supply and demand, right? You're having success, you're making money, you're going to value your time more. Inevitably, as you start to have more success and you're selling products to people, they're going to want more of your time. They're going to have more questions for you, and that opens the gate for you to add another pillar under your table in the form of doing it with them, right? So this is a higher level hands-on, something like a group coaching, right? So instead of just giving them additional content once a month, this is, okay, hey, we're going to get on group coaching calls. So something I've heard people call it in the past as like office hours or something, where every Wednesday at 2 o'clock Eastern time, I'm going to be on a hangout and anybody can join and ask any questions they have about their business. So it's more of a personal hand holding in a group environment. Again, not really one-on-one for this price point, at least for me. It's not worth it for me to spend time coaching people for a few $100. Most people have to pay as much as $3 to $5 or even as much as $25,000 just to get access to my coaching and mentoring. So this is the do it with them, right? A little bit more hand holding. You can sell it for $200, $300 a month, or a one time. Maybe you just want to get $1,000 payments up front. And you're doing a lot of with them, hand holding, answering their questions as they're trying to go through your training. So it can be based on the same training that you have in your more in-depth mid-level Pillar 2 product. Only this one you're saying, hey, while you're going through that stuff, we're actually going to throw on these special calls once a week or once a month or whatever, that allows them access to you, right? Ultimately, what people are looking for is more and more access to you, your skill, your knowledge, your training, and potentially your technologies, as we'll see when we get through the higher pillar products. Affiliate program, again, they can use it to earn while they learn, right? This will create duplication for you, right? So if you have an affiliate element pieced onto this, right? You come down here and you got the AMS, Affiliate Management System, element number 49, along with your shopping cart, capture pages, etc. You piece on that element right there, that will dramatically increase your results, because now people are following your training, they're taking your hand holding, and they're out there spending their time and their money marketing your stuff, and they're having success earning while they learn, but in the meantime, they're making you money with every one of the sales that they make as well. So again, this one is what I would consider kind of more coaching, right? Or system or something like that, where you're doing a group coaching. So you had your info product on the front end, you had an info product for an upsell, and then you got kind of a group coaching that you can piece onto that to add another prime element into your business that makes you more money long term. And again, as I said, if you piece on an affiliate management system to your technology, which can be done in a number of different ways, then that will add a whole nother level of value, a whole nother level of success and stability to your business as well. The next one, after you've taught them what to do, you've taught them how to do it, you've done it with them, you're always going to get more people who want some kind of done for you. So teach what to do, how to do it, Do it with them. Do it for them is the fourth pillar. You get to the point where you have a skill that you can duplicate well enough, whether it's done for you traffic, so you really learn Facebook, or you really learn solo ads, or you really learn something that's a duplicatable skill that other people can, that you can do for other people. You can always charge a much, much higher amount for that. Because what are people ultimately looking for, right? It's money. If you can shorten the path for them, so maybe it's an earn while you learn type scenario. Well, you're doing stuff for them, marketing your own products for them, using their money in some kind of a co-op or something like that, or you're giving them a white label of your technology, etc. Then it just makes sense. Like I say here, one question you'll get is, if your product, process, strategy, or technique, whatever it is you're selling, works so well, can I just give you money to do the solo ads and you just send me a check? Absolutely. That's a done for you. That's what we call our quote unquote partnership program or whatever. And we're going to give you the products. We're going to do the marketing for you, and we're going to send you a check, right? And all you got to do is become our partner, whatever, right? That's the example of do it for them. Put together a system, a process, to do that, and people will gladly pay you high dollars for what you will be doing for them, right? This is an example, again, continuing with an affiliate program. You can do done-for-you traffic. As I kind of got ahead of myself, but you can have white label products, or what you would call license rights, mastermind events, etc. Again, many of you on this call are listening to this, or are in one of our higher level coaching or done for you type things. This is a done for you product, right? You get to take this product, this webinar recording, you get to take other products that we're handing to you. You get to go out, put on your own technology, and sell them as if that was your own. And for the done-for-you technology and for the done-for-you license rights or white label of these products, you were gladly willing to pay us as much as $5,000 or more, right, for this fourth pillar product, right? Same thing again as mastermind events, right? So you can kind of bring people to a mastermind event where they sit down and you work out the technology, and you're sitting right there by them, kind of a do it with and do it for them, all kind of wrapped into one. So that's kind of the higher level, fourth pillar level of the product. Again, coming back to this, sort of the white label scenario where you're offering people to white label your stuff. You're doing events and additional kind of done-for-you coaching. One of the done-for-you things that makes it easier is some kind of software or system, right? So taking these elements and bolting it on, like I said, again, your first pillar was some kind of info product, right? The start of the first pillar was somebody else's info product as an affiliate. Then you do your own info product. That's the first pillar. Then you do a second upsell info product. That's another pillar with more value. You add on a coaching program. That's the third pillar. Maybe an event to go along that is the third and fourth pillar. And then you offer some kind of white label or done-for-you type product or service. That's the fourth pillar. You got a very stable business at this point. I have made millions of dollars just with those four pillars. Millions on the internet. Hundreds of thousands of leads and products sold just with those four pillars alone, okay? Now, pillar number 5 takes it to a whole nother level, right? If you've got technologies or systems or things in place like I do, right? I've spent over $200,000 building a software platform that now allows me to do it for their customers, right? So if you build the affiliate software that someone decides to use, or the membership software, or the capture page builder, or whatever, that allows someone to now take and implement multiple pillars in their business from day one, that's what I would call a pillar 5, right? This is something, Brenda and Justin, if you've been on other webinars with us, I've got a technology platform that they're implementing into their Results 513 that has allowed us to put together a product to do it for their customers, right? So they brought people to the table. I brought people to the table. We're doing some done-for-you stuff for their people. And in exchange, they're paying me a lot of money. I mean, we've talked about the price tag before. They paid me $25,000 to be able to use my technology to do it for their customers, right? So me owning that software platform, that is a Pillar 5 product where I can now do it for other people's customers, which means not only do I have the other people, the Brenda and Justin, who I'm doing it for, and the marketing that they do, but I'll be making money long term when their people are using my service through them. All of the affiliate commissions, all of the affiliate marketing, all of the stuff that their people do, I'll be making money as a huge fifth pillar stability underneath the leg, or another pillar, another leg underneath my table. Does that make sense? Is this all making sense to you guys? I've kind of been rambling without making sure you guys are all up to speed. Is this making sense as I go through this? Can you see the different pillars of value and the different what to do, how to do it with them, do it for them, and do it for their customers? If you put these different pillars underneath your business, if you focus on the value and continuing to add more and more value to your product offering, obviously you're going to have a more stable business, right? Yeah, sounds great. Absolutely. Great stuff. Yep. Awesome. Thanks, guys, again for your participation. Almost too much to take in, but great. You'll have this recording. You'll have a copy of the periodic table, and we are going to be doing some additional trainings and things that you'll have opportunity to take advantage of, teaching more and more on this stuff. But I think you get, in general, you get the concept of how this all kind of works together. Again, this is an example of some kind of white labeled software technology for them to run their own system. So Justin and Brenda have the Results 513 membership site and system that they've currently been using and spent over $100,000 customizing a WordPress. So to show, let's see, I don't know where the last periodic table is. So what they've spent a lot of time doing is they have a WordPress site that delivers their membership stuff, and then they got a software as a service, which was Infusionsoft. So they spent ridiculous amounts of money building capture pages with lead pages linked to a WordPress, which also links to Infusionsoft. And Infusionsoft is also their shopping cart. They had to get their own merchant account, their merchant gateway. All of this stuff kind of managed between a whole bunch of different places. And then the content management system, I guess, is kind of part of WordPress, but then also part of Customer Hub. So they have all these different components that are handled by different things, right? But if you understand, what I've done is I've taken a software that I've created, and it does pretty much all of this for them in one place, in one-stop shop, way easier than they've done. So again, now going back to where I was. Yeah, so like I said, I've invested $200,000 in thousands of hours building exactly that. Now I sell it for $25,000 plus royalties, and that to me, if you do what I've done and you get to the point where you have some kind of service or something, I mean, this to me is my 8-figure business, right? You want to make 6 figures. As I've said, I've made 6. I made 7 figures just with the third and the fourth pillar. You want to get to the point where you're making tens of millions of dollars. Get to the point where you have some kind of service or product or something that you can do for other people, and you get a whole nother level of leverage and value that you can start charging for. So create a stable business that has all 5 pillars. You should easily be making more than 7 figures a year. Again, showing this info product for the first pillar, upsell info product for the second pillar. Third product is kind of a group coaching. Fourth product is some software or white label, some kind of done-for-you thing, system. You're taking any one of these different elements and you're piecing them all onto your business with the right technology pieces, the membership site, shopping cart, capture pages, sales pages, all of these different things that you need. And you're bolting all of these things on as you advance through your business. Whenever you get ready and you're able, bolt on an affiliate management software, maybe start doing webinars. Of course, you got your email software. All of these components, all of these elements coming together to build you a successful, stable business. Now, the 7 steps to 6 figures is kind of wrapping it all up, right? Where the other ones are kind of, you got oxygen, right? You got to live without, you got to have that. You got water, you can't live without that, right? So you got those basic elements that you absolutely need, and then you've got the food elements, the 5 pillars sort of stuff. And if you get to the 7 steps to 6 figures, this is kind of how all of those things work together. It's kind of what I'm referring to here is kind of the DNA structure. All of the elements, all of the different components and pieces and everything wrapping together to create the DNA of your business, the entire makeup of your business. It's how all these elements work together to create a six-figure business in the next 12 months or less. You choose to be, this is what the 7 steps are, right? You choose to be successful, believe that you can, and decide that you won't quit no matter what. And I would add in there, choose the producer paradigm, right? That's a lot of producer language, right? You're going to be successful. You believe that you can. You have faith. You believe in abundance. You focus on value. You choose the producer paradigm. You choose to be successful, right? Once you've made that choice, you got your mind right, you're successful, you're going to find a mentor. You're going to learn and master a marketable skill, right? This goes back to, again, the 3 phases of progression, right? You're learning. You're going to be in step number 3 as part of the learning and doing process, right? So step number 2, you learn something. Step number 3 is the doing phase of progression, right? You build a list and a following. You earn while you learn. You create your own success story using their system. So this is the doing as an affiliate piece, doing what you're learning from your mentor, creating your own success story by selling their stuff and using their systems as an affiliate, right? Then the creation part of the 3 phases of progression and comes into play at step number 4. You're adding in your own secret sauce. You're bolting on your own elements. You're figuring out your own formulas, if you will, and you create your own product offering, right? So you create that first info product on the front end, that simple product that you can get off the ground quickly and easily, and you use it or rather you sell it by telling your success story, right? So you've been building a success story. You've been having success following the training, what you're learning from your mentors, selling their stuff. And now you can say, hey, here's how I sold XYZ amount of products on the internet doing ABC, and I'm going to show you exactly how that works, what the formula is, etc., etc. And you create your own product and you sell it with your success story, and you get the traffic from the traffic that you were sending to your mentor's product, and now you are successfully marketing your own stuff. Once you've done that, you move on to step number 5. That's the next part of the creation phase, and that is to rinse and repeat, right? This is adding more pillars to your table, right? You create more products, you create upsell products, you create coaching programs, you get to the point where you're doing events, you're doing personal coaching, private coaching, white labels, etc. That's step number 5 is the rinse and repeat. You're creating more and more value in the marketplace, more and more value, and ultimately then getting into step number 6, when you have a great product offering, you got stuff that's converting, you're making money with it, you roll it out to your customers and your leads. You tell them that you got an affiliate program, and that's a whole nother level of leverage, right? Once you go from only selling your own stuff to having an affiliate come on board, spend their time and their money, that's a whole nother step, a whole nother level of leverage in your business that is going to allow you to catapult your business to another level. So that's step 6. Step number 7, create a high ticket offer. And this is the higher ticket coaching, the one-on-one coaching, the done for you stuff. This is the fourth and fifth pillar stuff. This is where you're really going away from the done with you type of stuff with the affiliate program, getting into the done for you and done for their people. Once you've reached that step number 7, you create a high ticket offer, high ticket products, anywhere from a couple thousand up to 25,000 plus royalties, like the stuff that I've done. You get to that 7-figure or 7th step. This is where you're easily doing 6 figures, if not 7 figures or 8 figures. So that was it. That's kind of the main meat of the presentation. That is an example of what the prime elements are, what the periodic table of internet marketing elements is, and so it's decision time, right? Would you agree that this is some pretty awesome stuff? Those of you who are on the call, making sense, right? Very simple, easy to follow. I'm not asking you to be a rocket scientist and learn all of this stuff right now in one setting, but generally speaking, from a here's what to do, if you will, right? Because this was a very low-end, front-end product following my own pillars. This is a here's what to do, right? We just showed you the pillars. We showed you what it takes to build a business. And you can see now a roadmap that makes it absolutely easy for you to see where you need to go, right? Yes, total value. You let out some super secrets. Looking forward to our event. Fantastic. Thank you, Sandy, Mark, everybody. I appreciate the participation. Exactly what you needed to stop spinning your wheels. Great. Fantastic. Step-by-step, clear, helpful teaching. Awesome. Thanks, everybody, again, for your participation. I agree with you 100%. And those of you who are on the call with us tonight and or watching this recording, it's decision time. Plain and simply, was it worth it? Right? We told you at the very beginning that this was going to be a results in advance. I just showed it to you. I laid out the entire roadmap. Do you think that you could follow any one of those things in your business and go out and create at least $97 worth of value in your business? Do you think that any one of those prime elements, any one of the things, I mean, the periodic table of the elements itself is easily worth $97 if you just study it and look at the different things that you need and figure out a way to implement them. So what I want you to do is either be amazing and say, yes, I'm amazing and I'm awesome, right? This is absolutely worth the $97. You'll see a big green button below this video if you're watching the recording that you can click to say, yes, it's amazing, right? If not, and you're crazy and you hate money, then go ahead and click the no. If you don't feel that the stuff we just went through and the training that we just did and opening your eyes to what the prime elements are and what it really takes to put together a stable business, you don't think learning all of that was worth one measly $97, then you are crazy and you obviously hate money and probably won't ever make any. So go ahead and click no. Appreciate you, no hard feelings. Feel free to go about your day and do what you do. For those of you who do believe it and you click yes, there's actually going to be an unadvertised bonus. On the next page, we're actually going to take you more in depth. We're going to take you a little bit deeper into what the prime elements are and more exactly how and what it's going to take for you to implement those. So once you've clicked yes, it's amazing, we'll take you directly to that bonus training that you can go ahead and participate in and take advantage of. And if not, go ahead and click no, that you're crazy and that you hate money, which I don't know how anybody can click no. I mean, because A, it is worth it, and B, do you really hate money? That's what you're saying by clicking no. So make sure to click yes. It's amazing. And that you are awesome. So go ahead and do that. For those of you, as promised, the bonuses, either there will be a link below this where you can get access to the bonus, or those of you that registered live for the webinar, just reply to the email that was sent to you when you registered for the webinar, and let me know that you watched all the way to the end and that you want the 2 presentations. Go ahead and reply to that, and we will send those right over to you. I should have a site up, but I didn't feel like spending the time to do it. So, oops. So, yeah. yeah, go ahead and click the big green button that says, yes, amazing, I'm awesome, and we'll take you to the unadvertised bonus on the next page. Yeah, so that's it. Brenda, welcome. I saw you pop in a little while ago. I don't know how much you saw, Justin. I mean, I'm assuming all of you on the call got some great value out of all this. And I don't know, Brenda, what do you think from what you saw? Justin, what do you think with the new angle for
Yeah,
things?
I am. I sorry for my, definitely a tardy time frame here. I was on another webinar. I popped in kind of more towards the end here, so but I know what you were going over, and I was looking through all of the amazing comments that had come in, and it was this information that you're giving out is truly great. I mean, to be able to have this type of structure and plan to be able to figure out how to do these things and put them into place really is it's great. So I think you did an amazing job with it, and for the people that are watching this, definitely take this information and be able to run with it for sure, because it's definitely going to help. And I wish I would have had something very laid out like this when I was getting started.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Justin,
Mm-hmm.
Justin, first
I totally agree. I think what you've put together with the prime elements, that is, it's very simple, but an amazingly amount of work has went into it. Is very obvious. I think that it breaks things down with, I love the colors. The graphic looks amazing. You did a great job explaining it. I think we've sort of walked through this and learned a few things and made a few tweaks, and this is a great teaching that somebody can take, implement, and they can literally take this and run with it and go and start putting together. And that chart of the internet marketing elements is something that they can go back to. I would encourage people to go back to it every 30 days or so and just look and say, okay, what are the actions that I'm doing? What would my, if I bonded everything that I'm doing together right now, what would it look like? Just circle and print another one of those out every month and just circle it and say, what am I doing? What does my chart look like? And I think that would be a really great practice just in itself to start doing. So I loved it. I thought it was great, and you did a great job explaining it. Made it very clear.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Definitely a ton of work has gone into this for sure. And, so again, those of you on the line, if you haven't done so, make sure to click yes, amazing. And, a lot of people, great stuff, exactly what I'm looking for. Smorgasbord of value, yes, amazing. Even if I have to go search the couch for my last pennies, amazing. Eager for the bonuses. I got a lot of info. But at my level, I don't know that I would purchase it. The table is great, but over my head a little. Need to know how to implement first. That's understandable. It isn't going to be for everyone, but the value of it is there whenever you are ready, A, and B, this recording is something that you're also getting. If you hit no, you won't get access to the recording. If you hit yes, my kids are banging on my door. If you hit yes, you will get access to the recording, and you're going to get the bonus video and additional trainings in the future. So again, make sure to click yes. And wow. Miranda, I'm on a webinar, sweetie. Sorry. My kids want me. As you can tell, it's getting late, and we need to move on. So I don't know if we want to spend a lot of time doing Q&A. I mean, we can. Justin, wow, if you wanted it under 90 minutes, I'm sitting right here at about, I believe, 80 something minutes from when we actually started this thing. So not bad.
I say let's call it a night. Everybody in the group, obviously, we ended it. That'll create a great product. We can do Q&A inside of the group, and just so any questions that come from that. This is for the majority of people on here live. They've seen this twice. So I say we wrap it up. We'll have a great 90-minute presentation that'll sell very well, and I think we're good to go.
Fantastic. Again, just to the last couple slides here, we do have a 4-week coaching program. So when I reference, this is for those of you on the line who will be selling this in the future. When I reference the bonus call that people get right here, that's actually once someone, just so you know how the marketing funnel is going to work, once someone hits yes, it's amazing, they're going to be taken to essentially a quick upsell pitch to the value they're going to get in the 4-part coaching program. So this is the coaching program you guys are going to be participating in. It's the one we're restarting again next week, teaching more from the periodic table and that sort of stuff. But in the marketing funnel, we're going to have a pitch for them to pay $497 to be part of the coaching program. So for those of you in my 10X Inner Circle program, for those of you who in the Salt Lake Done For You Mastermind, you'll be collecting the payment for the $97 for this webinar, and you'll be collecting directly as a white label into your own merchant account the payments for this $497 coaching program as well, which, you know, at that point will just be the recordings of all of the coaching calls. So it's the, like I said, again, we're handing you the first and kind of the second pillar of your product offering right here as part of our done for you stuff for you. So just so you guys know, that's what I meant when I said the unadvertised bonus is simply a quick in-depth explanation of what the 4-part coaching program and giving them access to get more details, more hand-holding, again, adding on that second pillar of value for you guys to have in your marketing funnel that you'll be using. For those of you who are just Ignition or not in one of our done for you things, I believe plan is to have this as part of the funnel for the Results 513. So you'll get to sell it, you just won't be selling it right into your own merchant account. You'll be getting your normal Results 513 affiliate commissions from it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's it. Unless you guys have anything more.
I lost my voice this morning and I came back and I just did that last webinar, so it's like kind of gone anyway. I was trying really hard when you were recording the talk as well. Like
you sound like I sounded last week. I couldn't have delivered a webinar last week. So cool. Well, thanks guys, everybody, for your participation, your help. I think we got a killer product here, and I'm excited to see it come together. Again, go back to the Facebook page, leave your comments, participate. I'll have this video hopefully processed sometime tomorrow, so I'll load it into that group so you guys can review it if you want. And for those of you coming to Salt Lake next week, this will be one of the things we're putting together inside your technology. So pretty excited. You're welcome, Teresa. You're welcome, everybody. Thanks again for joining us, and I guess we'll chat again next Tuesday when we start the coaching program up again.
Sweet.
All right, everybody.
Hey, just one final thing. This is just a very interesting point. We have 100% of the people are here and attentive for a 90-minute webinar. I've never had that happen.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. Nobody dropped off, and nobody has the screen minimized because GoToWebinar actually tells you if they're attentive or not, what percentage. And I've been watching this, and it's been 100% pretty much the whole time.
I would say that means we have a pretty killer product on our hands that is going to convert like crazy for people.
Yep, that's right.
And help a lot of people because of the value that's being provided. So cool. That's good to know.
That's what I was gonna say. Honestly, like I don't know if you stressed this or anything, but when you were saying go into the Facebook group and post any comments or something, those are very invaluable screenshots to be able to take and put on sales pages and stuff. So if you guys really did get some good value out of this, it's just going to only able to sell the product better, make people definitely want to, go through and convert and watch this thing. So I know there's a lot of great things that were in here and a lot of great comments because I was reading through them. So if you're able to go into the Facebook group and post like a really great comment, we can easily take those things and put them into the sales message.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. They'll work in sales videos. They'll work on sales pages and screenshots.
And then you're even featured, and that's exposure for you. So it's kind of a win-win.
Yep. Yeah. And for most of you on the call will be selling this, so the better comments and quote unquote testimonials we get from this, the better our sales message will be, and the easier it'll be to sell. So good point.
Yeah, for those of you that are coming to Salt Lake and going to be selling it in your own thing, you don't have to keep your comment within the group. You could even go and make a public post saying something like, I just got off this training, one of the best webinars I've been on in a while, called Internet Marketing Prime Elements, blah, blah, whatever. Don't do too much and then just tell like the value, just leave the testimonial that way. Because if you're selling it, you're naturally going to have people interested in like, well, how do I see that webinar? Where's it at? And then you can follow up with them personally once. You can just let them know, hey, I'm actually turning this into a product, and so I'll follow up with you and let you know as soon as it's ready. And then you can just follow up with them and have some first, hopefully once your system's set up, you can just go out and send a message and say, okay, here it is.
Yep, for sure.
And it'll be free for them as well. They can come on. It'll be free. They'll watch the webinar. If they enjoyed it, they'll pay $97. So
direct to you. Awesome.
Just another idea. All right, guys.
Okay, buddy.
We'll see you guys.
All right, guys. We will talk to you again on Tuesday. Take care, everybody.
Bye. Bye-bye.